Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, February the 10th, 2021, and I want to be starting talking about the school plan, and also we're going to be moving on talking about our English and our course. That Friday it will be our unit exams. Our unit exam will be following on Friday, so make sure that you are here every day and making sure you are here, especially on the day of the exam, because there will not be rewrite for the exam. So you have to make sure that you're serious about it and you have to make sure that you're here for it on that day. Now I'm going to be moving on talking about um, we will be moving on for I really put videos every day. There's videos and there's a workbook that's supposed to be done. So hopefully everybody's watching the videos and making sure that they're understanding it. So today we're going to be starting talking about adjectives. And again, adjective is models a noun or pronoun that limits its meaning. So adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun and limits its meaning. Freezing rain, fire, exit, legal system. So all these are adjectives and they all talk about how adjectives are. There are a few special types of adjectives, proper adjectives, and main lobster, uh, Irish music, noun as adjective, train station, biology class. So this is all pretty much adjectives. So an adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun and limits its meaning. Freezing rain, we already talked about that. So, and then a possessive noun, Tarai's book, the boy desk. So article, pronouns as adjective. So adjective, his bike or home. Interrogative adjective, which car, whose goat. Demonstrative adjective, that job, this pen. So all these are adjectives that we're going to be talking about today, and hopefully people are going to be understanding uh, when to put those adjectives together. And it's very important that you do understand each one because I'll ask you in the exam which one, which these adjectives are correct. So you're gonna have to tell me if it's a number one, number two, number three, number four. So you have to tell me that. So underlying all adjectives Underline all adjectives in the following sentence. Do not count the articles a, and, or, the. So an, an active volcano destroys those tiny country village. So is this an adjective noun, or is it a proper adjective noun adjective, or it is interrogative adjective or a demonstrative adjective? So you have to tell me. So I will say an active volcano destroys those tiny country village. So that will be a noun adjective. Noun versus adjective. So it's going to be a noun adjective. So that will be a pronoun actually, because the pronoun is the same as an adjective. Dave loves spy Mexicans food but dislikes sweet, rich desserts. So is this an adjective, a proper adjective, a noun adjective, a possessive adjective, a pronoun adjective, an interrogative adjective, or a demonstrative adjective? So again, Dave loves spy Mexicans food but dislikes sweet, rich desserts. So that's not demonstrated adjective because this demonstrative adjective starts with the word that. And here we have Dave loves spy Mexicans food but dislikes sweet rich desserts. So it's not the same. So this will be that will be an adjective, a noun or a pronoun. So it's going to be either a noun or a pronoun. So a Hawaiian vacation can be expensive, especially for a family with many children. Again, this is an adjective, a proper adjective, a noun adjective, demonstrative adjective, an interrogative adjective, or a possessive adjective. So a Hawaiian vacation can be expensive, especially for a family with many children. So I will say that one, it is a proper adjective because none of the other ones have anything, right? No, actually, it will not be. It will be a possessive noun. So a possessive noun, it has have a and whatever. So when you read these sentences, it's very important you go and see what 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 kind of adjectives are they looking for in the sentence, not any adjective you're just going to put, and that's not going to be the right answer. So you have to pay attention when you are looking for the right answer for each one. So Bob's two dogs are friendlier than his. So it's very important that you understand all these things, and because in the exam you won't have more than questions. I'm looking at each paper, and it's very important that you really understand how to put the adjectives together, and also how to put the pronouns together, because it's very important. If you don't know how to put the pronouns together or the adjective together, you're going to have issues in the exam, because the Friday's exam, it will be with that, right? We're talking about distinguishing grammars after this, right? So we talked about, now this is just, I'm just giving you samples of each one, so each one you're able to do for homework. So this unit was supposed to be done already a long time ago. Tomorrow we're starting the new unit. So now we'll move to talking about adverb. Adverb is the same thing as adjective. Adjective is describes the noun. Adverb, it describes the verb. So an adverb modifies a verb adjective or another adverb and making its meaning more specific. Slow opened the door modifies opened. So opened explains slowly, right? Slowly opened. So opened is the adverb here. Slowly is the verb, and open will be the adverb. So the big door modifies. So it's very important you pay attention, okay? I opened the very big door modifies big. So I opened the very big door. Very, it will be the adverb here. I very slowly opened. So I very slowly opened the door, modify slowly. So again, very slowly, again is the adverb. Negative words such as not, never, and rare also functions as adverbs. So any of these can be adverbs. So underline the adverbs in the following sentence. The archaeologist carefully examined the ancient ruins. So as the word the, so that it will be the adverb here. So we have the adverb, and that will be the word the here. Anyone who arrives late was denied entrance. So anyone who arrives late was denied entrance. So arrived late, arrived, it will be the adverb because it describes why he was late. A good surgeon never stops improving his or her operation techniques. So, so never, it will be the adverb here. The people in a very small crowd applauded loudly and soon were generating plenty of noise. So generating, it describes how much noise there is. Can meteorologists predict the weather accurately? So predict, it will be the adverb here. Underline the word being modified by the initial adverb in each of the following sentences. Above each word you underline indicates whether it is a verb, adjective, or adverb. So the first one, it will be my brother's loud snoring repeatedly woke me up. So snoring, it describes why he was loud and repeated and how much time he repeated. So that will be the verb here, the adverb. Julie worked extremely hard on her college application. So extremely, it will be the adverb. The algebra homework was terrible, complicated. So terrible, complicated describes how terrible it was. Robert routine performed many complex industrial tasks. So routinely perform. So routine is how he does. So perform, it will be the adverb. So did Rennie order the tickets yesterday? So ordered describes the tickets. So ordered, it will be the adverb. So there's a lot of adverbs and adjectives, and it's very important you do understand which one is an adverb and which one it is an adjective for each one of the following. So each of the following adjective to an adverb and then write a sentence using the verb. So recent. So what describes recent? Recent is the adverb here. We need to look for an adjective. We recently moved. So the we, it will be the adjective, and the recent, it will be the adverb. Reductant. I don't know how they're going to put that in the quick. I moved quickly. So it will be I moved, that will be the adjective. Quickly, quick, I moved quick. So that will be quick, it will be the adverb. Wise. He was a wise man, or he was a wise boy, or whatever. So it will be the adjective. Wise, it will be the adverb. So good. I'm doing good today. So I am, it will be the adjective. Good, it will be the adverb. So this stuff is very important that you guys understand that which one is the adverb and which one is the adjective, and then putting the sentence together in a way. Now we're going to be moving on talking about prepositions. Is another term, right? So prepositions. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that shows the relationship of a noun or a pronoun to some other word in a sentence. Some common prepositions are against, behind, for, over, to, and with. Some prepositions are made up of more than one word. These are called compound. So if they are made of more than one, it's like when you learn about chemistry and you put two elements together, you make a compound. But this is different when it comes to the English language. Two words, you are putting them together, you also make a compound of that. So it's very important you do understand this, right? So prepositions, some common compound prepositions are accordingly to, because of, the instead of. So the noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is called the object of the preposition. So it's called the object of the preposition when you are putting the noun and pronoun of the following preposition. It's called the object of the preposition. The ball rolled under the couch. So that's also a preposition. So underline the preposition in the following sentence. At the site of Daniel Webster birthplace in Franklin, New Hampshire, there is a replica of his family original two-room house. So again, has to have are, against, behind, far, over, to, with. So they give you hints here what the sentence should have. So the home of this great oral struggle by the family. So that will be produces all prepositions. So this is easy. There's no another stuff, right? So using prepositions, choose prepositions from the list below to complete of each of the sentence. So now Webster was born in West Afford is not by West, is in West. So you're talking about a city or a town, so it has to be the word in to put in that to make it sense. The birthplace was part of a 120 acre farm. So the birthplace was part of a 120 acre farm. Exhibits illustrating his spellers and dictionaries are around the house, or a dictionary are inside the house. Inside is a good one. So inside the house. Number 4, um, after its doesn't work that way. Without its excellence definition, Webster's dictionary never would have become popular. So without, and then here we have after his death, Webster's sold the right to his dictionary. So it's after. So we finished preposition. We talked about adverb. We talked about adjective. And yesterday I went into linking verb. We talked about action and phrase, integration verbs. I went through all this stuff. Now I'm doing only the last unit, right? Tomorrow is going to be a review day for the whole thing because on today I didn't even give the quiz. I forgot to give the quiz also today, but tomorrow definitely you won't have a quiz. You're just going to have a unit exam to write, not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I can give the quiz if people want to write the quiz, but I'm just saying I will give just the unit exam so people are prepared for the unit exam. I'm going too far. Yeah, this is the last thing of this. Then this is topic 2. I'm going to go a little bit into compound and subject and predicates, but we're not going to talk about that now. Now I want to just talk about um, this. Yeah, our second unit exam will be next week. So every week now there's going to be a unit exam because classes are very short now. So every week there will be a unit exam. So it's very important that you make sure that you're here on time every day. You make sure that you're taking the course very seriously and not joke around with the course because um, time is ticking and every week there will be a unit exam and a quiz. So that's something that especially my students are going to expect every week. So it's very important that you be top of your homework every day and again, if any words you don't understand, you can always ask, right? Yeah, because I'm planning by end of this quarter, we at least finish at least 5 or 6 units. I'm hoping, right? Because the quarter has how many days left already? Already 1 week of the first quarter already passed. We're almost done the second week, and we're really gonna lose Monday because Monday will be a PD day. So next week is gonna be a short week, and then we have the last week of February, and then we have the first week of April, and we have like how many weeks left? So we have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 weeks left, I'll say. because we have a quarter. This week we have 4 days, and then we have another 4 days coming. So we have only 5 weeks left. So it's not a lot weeks left. So that's why we have to hurry. We're actually behind because I'm supposed to already start topic two, and we just finished off topic one. It took us only 2 weeks to finish. So um, so this is the last topic, and tomorrow I'll be moving on to topic two. And our unit exam will be on Friday, definitely, and you're going to be tested. Everything that we just covered from unit one, the whole unit one, you're going to be tested. So it's a good chance you review today and review tomorrow, so you're prepared for um, for Friday's unit exam. If you have any questions, you can always email me anytime about that. Okay. So now I'm going to be talking about the subordinating conjunction. So a subordinating conjunction joins two clauses or ideas. So we're going to learn about clauses too, right? There will be a lot of clauses. There will be noun clauses. There will be we're not going to do it right away, but there is a lot of clauses that are going to be coming, and I'll let you know when those clauses come, because seeming clauses, we can learn about love clauses. Clauses is different than adverbs and adjective, and what you guys are learning now. Right, in grade 12 level, it will be different in next level. So now we will be learning about a subordinary conjunction. So a subordinary conjunction joins two clauses or ideas in such a way as to make one grammatically dependent upon the other. The idea or clause introduced by a subordinary conjunction is considered subordinate or dependent because it cannot stand alone as a sentence. So they give you an example. So it's very important that you follow the example so you're able to do the homework. Now I'll assign new homework for unit two today, right? So you have to study for the whole unit one tomorrow and today. So you have a unit exam coming. I like pizza unless it has an efficacy on it. If it rains, the ceremony will be postponed, so it will be cancelled. A traffic jam formed after a police were forced to close two of the road lanes, right? So I like pizza unless it has an, an vacancy on it. If it rains, the ceremony will be postponed. A traffic jam formed after police were forced to close two of the road lanes. Okay, after. And if and unless. So be careful of these words, right? So here, um, so conjunction. So underline the subordinate conjunction. You just gonna have each sentence has it, so you just have to find these words. So the first one, you can call the toll-free number if you live outside the state. So if it will be the subordinate conjunction. Okay. Although the crowd was small, the concrete was a stunning success. So although the crowd was small, the concrete was a stunning success. So the word was the subordinate clause. We were not at home when our cousin stopped for a surprise. So again, we were not at home when our cousin stopped for a surprise. So the word at, it will be the subordinate clause. As soon as the poet cleared her throat, the audience fell silence. So the word as, it will be the subordinate clause. I usually bring my lunch whenever the cafeteria serves a meatloaf sandwich. So the word I, it will be the subordinate clause. If there are no unexpected problems with the scheduling, the job is yours. So if, it will be the subordinate clause. Some players wear sunglasses so that they do not sight of balls in the sun. So some it will be the sub-story clause. The the chestnut's vowed to keep experience until she found a cure for the disease. So the word the it will be the sub-story clause. And before you leave and answer blank, be sure you cannot make an educated guess. So the word before it will be a sub-story clause, and the sculptor always wore goggles whenever he worked with marble. So the word goggles it will be the sub-story clause. So again, now it's fill in the blank. So blank Emily Dickinson was a great poet. We know little about her personal life. So although Emily Dickinson was a great, we all know. So she's a solid blank, right? So although it will fit here, although Emily Dickinson was a great poet, we know little about her personal life. So although it will be the sub-story clause. She lived a normal life, blank. She was about 30. She was she lived a normal life until she was about 30. Is not she lived a normal life because she was 30. It's not because. It's until she was 30. Okay. Blank, she visited Boston for eye treatment. She resolved to stay at home with her family. After she visited Boston, if she visited Boston, no. After she visited Boston for eye treatment, she resolved to stay at home with her family. So the word after, it will fit in that blank. Dickinson spent nearly all of the last 2 decades of her life in a house in Amherst, Manchester. Blank, she wrote more than 1,700 poems. So Dickinson spent nearly all of the last 2 decades of her life in a house in Amherst, Manchester, where she wrote more than 1,700 poems. Okay, some people travel to Amherst. Blank, they visit the old Dickinson home. Some people travel to Amherst if they can visit, so that they can visit the old. So that it will be going. So I did everything, the whole unit. I went through it, right? If there's not any questions, then I have other things I want to talk about before I let you off the hook. First of all, today I did say uh, I will be announcing the back to school plans, right? So schools, my school, they will be the school I'm running. It will be returning on March 20th, 2021. So that is like in less than 5 weeks. Obviously, that's in a quarter. So by end of quarter three, I'm gonna have my students back in class, and it will be the end of quarter three, beginning of quarter four. So it's very important that people follow the health rules when school opens, because if I don't see you guys are following the health rules, and I don't see that anything's happening, then there'll be consequences because of that, right? Because health is very important, and we all have to take health very seriously and not take it as a joke in any way. And there's a lot of people out there that they are taking health a joke and they're not taking it seriously. And please, you need to wake up from this, because we can't get rid of this COVID if we don't do our part. At the end of the day, we have to follow the health rules, we have to follow the health guidelines and do what's right, right? And vaccine, right? Um, the vaccine is a must. I know some people don't want to take vaccine, and it's fine, right? Some people they have a doubt about it. We have a lot of misinformations online that say the vaccines are not healthy, and it gives me a doubt. But this is the only way we can save ourselves and save from you from getting sick, because opening school, you need to every school now has vaccines and has testing and it has all that. And my school definitely will have testing and it will have vaccines. So it's very important that you take the vaccine if you're planning to come to school. If you can't, then don't come. Stay home and do online learning. Online learning still will be beneficial. And like I said, the school is not going to be taking 10 people. The school is only going to allow 5 students to come. So if you don't come early between the 5 students, you don't show up early, you're going to lose your spot. You're going to be forced to do online learning. So it's very important that if you really want to come to school, you have to come here early. You don't come here late even if you registered to do in-person learning. You're not going to be able to come if I have more than 5. I have to have less than 5 for you to come. I don't have that much. It won't, because this is part of the restrictions that I already laid out for when the school opens. So I'm not gonna go and change the restrictions and make it 10 students. I'll stick with the 5. We will see. If you guys act responsibility and actually students are being responsible and they're taking it serious, because the numbers anyways are going down now and you can see the COVID numbers are going down. So if I see my students are being responsible and they're doing their job and they're showing up on time and 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 um, and taking this COVID seriously and wearing the mask and taking the hand sanitizer and taking the vaccine and following all the restrictions that I put on December 16th, then I will double it and maybe make it 10 students and we're gonna go there from there. But if I see students are not following the health rules, they're not following the health restrictions, they're not doing what's right at the end of the day, then there will be consequences for this. And the consequences either is I'll either suspend school for at least 2 weeks. There won't be in-person learning, there's just going to be online learning, or I will be doing in-person learning, or I will shut down the whole school, and we might just go back to online learning from scratch. So if you guys don't want that, then please follow the health rules and follow the health guidelines and follow the school rules. It's very important you follow the school rules because these restrictions, I did not just put them in there for you not to follow them. You can read all the PowerPoint, it's all in Google Classroom. You can read the whole PowerPoint about it and understand what it's talking about. I really read about it before and I explained to you guys before what it says, but your job is to make sure that you understand and you pay attention on these kind of things. So that's the kind of thing I expect my students to understand and to follow the health rules and to follow the health guidelines as much as they can. So is there any questions that has to do with what's going to happen on March 20th, 2021? Because it's very important. If you have any concerns or any questions, I'm willing to answer those questions right now. You can type it in the chat or you can tell me verbally if there's any questions that you have about what's going to happen March 20th, 2021. And March 20th, 2021, it will fall on a Friday that day. So it will be, I think it will be the last Friday before spring break. So yeah, we are going to open that, and it's not going to be every day. It will be only twice a week. So I will be doing it on. So there will be twice a week. That means it will be every Friday and every Tuesday. There will be in-person learning. Okay, we're not going to be doing it every day, right? Because I just don't see it safe, right? Because now this especially will be when I open the school, it's gonna be the first time open it, so I'm just gonna allow only 2 days a week. So 2 days a week. So every Friday and every Sunday we're gonna have it open. That's it. I'm not gonna have it the whole week. For that to happen, it will take like maybe by July or maybe by August. That's where we're thinking of making it a whole week. But until then, until the numbers go fully down and we have 0 cases, these 2 days it will be enough for me to have it. The we vaccines prepared. Use your responsibility to make sure that day you bring your own hand sanitizers, your own devices, your own stuff. The restrictions also tells you that you need to do those things because if you don't bring your own devices, you don't bring your own supplies, I'm not gonna be providing those stuff for you and then I have to clean after you. Just give me work. But if I give you supplies, I have to clean those supplies. So is making sure that supplies are not going to be provided for school. It's your job to make sure you have your own stuff. Masks are also not going to be provided. Hand sanitizers are not going to be provided. All these things you have to make sure you bring on your own for the schools. You have to make sure that you have it with you and you have it uh, by your side. If you don't have a mask, you're not going to be able to enter the school. You have to, as part of the school restrictions, it's very important that you make sure you have the mask on and you make sure that you come with a mask. If I don't see that, you're going to not come to the school ever again. You're going to be doing online forever. Even if you have a mask next time, I'm not, because you're not, that means you're just showing how careless you are coming to school and making people sick. And this is not right. So pay attention, make sure that you guys bring your own stuff and your own supplies and your own mask, and with nothing is going to be provided from the school. So making sure the only thing is going to be provided to school, is only the hand sanitizer, but everything else and the vaccines. Those are the only two things. But other than that, there will not be nothing else that will be provided. So you have to make sure that you bring your own things and your own supplies. Is that clear? And I don't want to hear there's cases around the school. We can prevent that because other schools, they have cases and they have case counts. We can prevent that. And how we can prevent that is by making sure everybody follows the health rules. If I don't see you following the health rules, then you're not going to be getting that privilege to come to the school again. So it's very clear what I'm talking about. So it's very important that you do your best as much as you can to do what's right and caring about the loved ones and caring about other people. So that's what I expect. So that's all I have to say for today. I'm gonna assign homework for you to do today. Make sure you do it. Have a great day. I will upload this video and I will see you tomorrow, and study hard for the unit exam that will be coming up on Friday. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.